wanted a hit. He spoke this morning and saying that if he gets it, he'll try to make use of it. He's in Sohail Tanvir. And off the mark straight away. 39 for 5. Rakeem Cornwall has ball in hand. It's been a challenging surface if you just joined us. The ball has spun, it's bounced. You expect that it'll spin and bounce here as well for Cornwall. Another single for Sohail Tanvir.
It's the last to fall. Beautifully pitched. Quite alarming spin away as well. It does make it very, very tricky for batsmen and even keeper in those circumstances. So well held together by Fletcher behind the stumps.
Power play for the Patriots was the second leanest power play that they've had in their franchise history. The turn on that grip. It is difficult today, very difficult batting.
It's interesting that Tanvir did come into bat now, which enables Darren Sammy to continue to bowl off spin, having had two left-handers at the crease. Surprised that he didn't opt for a right-hander, just so it creates that challenge to who he brings on next, where it's a given now. He's really been handed a free pass, really.
Well, I kind of thought the same early when I saw Kelly come in at 3 today. I thought Ramden would have come in at 3 because Evan Lewis was still at the crease. So I thought it would have been an early opportunity to get the left-right combination going once you kind of saw the dampness in the surface this morning.
You know, sometimes you go into
like and subscribe.
Two slips in place, so he's mindful of just prodding outside the off stump. A little bit of turn on offer for Roston Chase.
And I think what you also need to be is flexible with that, because circumstances can change dramatically. Suddenly the surface plays completely differently to how you've read it, and you need to be able to make those adjustments on the move. And also when it comes to the total that you're expecting, whether that be 140 or 150, suddenly 100 looks a good score on this surface.
.43 for 5. 10 overs gone. What time is it? Oh, hello. Time for the Angostura LLB drinks break.
हो बदलेगा भाई, मुकाबला भी बदलेगा और मैच भी बदलेगा यहाँ पे आप
Ridiculous looking scorecard here for the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Nabi running through the top order, takes all 4 wickets here, Sammy B. Very pleasing for you and the fraternity.
The spinners again doing their thing. Disappointed there Dinesh Ramdan would be with that shot, that decision, but really good. Excellent start for the St. Lucia Zooks, winning the toss and certain the Patriots Zaire Khan getting into the action with his googly. So it's been very challenging here at the Queen's Park Oval. And for the Patriots, just look at that from Mohamed Nabi, 4 for 11. Absolutely brilliant.
Impressed with Zahir. One of those tricky little mystery guys. That, colleagues have been mentioning too in comms how challenging the surface really is. Ian Bishop was saying a bit like Providence of old. 100%. Gripping and going. Proud new seam on a white cricket ball. Certainly going off the straight. Big time.
I just want to go back to Andy Flower. During the pitch report, he mentioned about not setting a target. That's his philosophy as a coach. Prefers to assess the conditions and let that determine and dictate the way you play. And having seen what the wicket has to offer from previous matches and an initial phase of the game, I just don't think that the Patriots have gone about this in the right way. Perhaps if they have set themselves a much lower target, perhaps 120, very challenging on this surface. And it's all about assessment, Danny, and assessing early and sending back that message to the dressing room. So that's the importance of those opening batsmen and their role. And spot on Andy Flower, all of his experience has shown him that you make the assessment on the day. Googly again from Zaire Khan, very wily and guileful Afghan bowler. And just look at that release and that wrist position into the left-handed Sultanville.
I reckon Pakistani would have just had a good look at that. Seen the back of the hand. Here's the other one. Another over completed. We've had 11 already. 46 for 5 now. Yeah, lots of commitment in the field from the Zooks. Tails are up. Not much of a wind up though. Very humid here, Port of Spain.
And the Queen's Park Savannah at the top of the screen, the Queen's Park Oval. Magnificent view, magnificent sights here of the capital city.
You and I, sadly in COVID time, locked down. Edge, there's a QN, is it just shy? Oh. More excitement up here and down there.
The off spin of Rakeem Cornwall into his second over. Right to the bottom of the bat. Unfortunately for Bendong, fell safely. But it really underscores the difficulties of the surface. Falling well short of Darren Sammy.
Yeah, very important during COVID-19. Sanitising the life buoy, sanitary stations. There, I was just saying, looking at the savannah out the back there with our Skycam Vista shots. you and I would have been out trotting around. I'd have been shuffling. You might have been running, but I would have been shuffling around probably about 30 metres behind you. It would have been great. Those morning runs.
Is it that what you're missing, Dan? The morning runs?
Certainly am. Do like getting out and about, a little stretch of the legs. This part of the world. Yeah, again from our hotel. Sport little posse. Tucked away there at the Hilton, and you can just slide across the roundabout and the road, dodge a few cars that are probably trying to take us out, and then get on the savannah. Giant roundabout. There's the gorgeous savannah.
150 up for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots in the 12th over. So they've gotten to one landmark. Can they double up?
Lucky little leading edge there for Ben Dunk. Thought about pinching two. It's not there. 12 done. 51 for 5 here. Gorgeous. Set right in the heart of the city. All types of hanging out, but football, kicking balls around, throwing frisbees. Had a cricket match out there. There's a Astro pitch. I think it's more to slightly, well, almost in the centre, more to the left there of your picture. Gorgeous. Set up right in the heart of the city.